Let's quick talk about lane position on a two-lane road. You've got, in motorcycle language, lane position 1, which is here in the left tire track, lane position 2 in the middle where they say it's oily, and 3 in the right tire track. So you got lane positions. Okay, quick review. Wait, did you subscribe yet? We're almost to 100 subscribers. Woo! Let's keep it going. All right. So lane position. It's hard to see in the video when I was literally steering the motorcycle to the various lane positions. But here they are. Lane position 1 is closest to the center line, 2 is right down the middle of the lane, and 3 is closest to the shoulder. So you have your choice of 1, 2, and 3. When you're only on a motorcycle, it only takes up a third of a lane. Make sense? Okay. Back to the video. The Motorcycle Safety Foundation recommends that you vary your lane position depending on conditions, but they don't exactly explain what those conditions are and where you should be in what conditions. They leave it a little vague. So let me explain what I do. On a two-lane road like this, with no oncoming traffic, I like lane position 1. That gives me the most amount of pavement on each side of the motorcycle. So if something happens, I've got 2 directions of escape that are paved. As soon as oncoming traffic appears, I slide over to lane position 3. Unless there's debris in the road, I'm never in position 2. I'm either in 1 or 3. Now I've got a large gap between myself and the oncoming traffic. The huge hazard today is distracted drivers crossing the center line, and by taking lane position 3, I already have a half a car width of advantage. Okay, so we got what to do when there's no oncoming traffic. We're going to favor lane position 1 because that gives us the most pavement on each side. And if there's any troubles, we've got choices. But what about when there's traffic? Especially if there's a vehicle that's waiting to pass behind a big vehicle like a big semi-truck or something pulling a big trailer, anything big. That line of sight is blocked by that tall truck or trailer to the vehicle behind. And their line of sight forms this diagonal line across the road. Starts from the corner, from their eye line to the corner of the vehicle, and then it continues all the way, right? So if you're in lane position 1, you've got to be up here, right? You've got to be up here before this person can see you. Now, I realize that they're tailgating, but for the purpose of demonstration, this is the line. Don't work with me here. So you've got to be all the way up here to get in their line of sight before you sort of pop out. So literally, if they're following this truck and they're kind of trying to peek out and see if they can pass, if you're in lane position 1, you're going to just pop out of nowhere. You know, you're going to be right on top of them before you're visible. If you're in lane position 3, because this angle is followed the whole way, they can see you. According to this crude illustration, they can see you before you're even to the truck, right? The point is if it's not to scale perfectly, that's fine, but it gives you tons more visibility if you're in 3 when there's oncoming traffic, because if anybody's following and they have a limited sight, 3 gives them that visibility way farther out. It may even prevent them from attempting to pass because they see you. That could make a huge difference. The whole reason for being over here is in case someone comes into your lane in the first place. Well, just by being there when there's all this traffic, that could prevent them from coming in at all. So what if there isn't any oncoming traffic, but there's the threat of someone pulling out? This is the driver's line of sight while they're waiting to pull out in front of you. And assuming that, I don't know, there's debris, there's bushes, those big gray electrical boxes, another car, a light pole, who knows, there's stuff. Bus stops, right? What if there's like a bus stop? What are those things? That bus stops are usually here at the corners. There's poles here, there's boxes, right? There's stuff, there's bushes. Who knows? They got landscape, they got whatever, right? Whatever there is here is blocking their view. And so they can see, let's pretend that this isn't here right now. So they can see on the outside of the dark, bold red line, right? If you take that down the road here, that gets us down here. Number 1 is visible, number 3 is not. So even with a pretty good line of sight, they can see over the corner. There might still be this bus stop, there might be something in the way. If you're just cruising in position 3, these people waiting to pull, they can't see here. They can only see here. If you go back far enough, they can't see any of the lane. So that's no good. But as you come up, 1 will appear well before 3. Look up here. Look where they're, what if this corner is solid, right? What if there's something solid here? You can't, right? So now their line of sight is this dotted line. A 1 isn't going to appear until all the way up here. A 3 is still not even visible. 3 is not visible until here, right? Technically, a 1 could be seen all the way back here, right? So for the dotted line, yeah, the 3 is invisible at this point, right? Right. I think you get the picture. But it's opposite of when there's oncoming traffic. So you want to favor lane position 1 when the threat would be on the right-hand side like this, because their line of sight is blocked in the same way those cars were when they were trying to pass. So it's the same deal, it's just backwards, which is why you have to be able to adapt. This is why you have to change what you're doing. You can't just say that 1 is the best, 3 is the best. No. You have to be able to go 1 and 3 depending. Hey, one last thing. If you're in lane position 1 and you pass a huge truck like this, the wind blast is going to put you in lane position 3. Give this video a like if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm Mike. This is ReMotorcycle. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.